Hello anybody watching, I am Lord Chipmunk as ever, and here is a game in the ARL V39, the Tier 6 French tank destroyer. Now a lot of people really don't like this, and I must confess it is not my favourite machine. Is it the worst machine in the game? I don't think so, no. Is it really awful? Yes. So I'm using the 105mm gun on it, which is not technically the top gun, it's the gun that carries over from the Tier 5 machine, the Bathtub of Doom. And I am just going to be going over to the left flank down here, which is where you tend to find the tank destroyers congregate. And if you've played this map in higher tier games, you'll know that sort of the 1-2 line, you tend to find a bunch of tank destroyers, maybe a medium tank or two, and if anyone moves they just get obliterated. And there are so many tank destroyers in this game. I mean, ever since they nerfed the hell out of artillery, they seem to have been releasing more and more powerful tank destroyers, and people are just playing so many of them. People used to complain about it being World of Artillery, and now it's World of Tank Destroyers. Some people disagree, but I think the artillery is good for balancing TDs that tend to sit in one spot and camp for the entire game. So the main problem, no, I can't say that because there are a lot of them. What's this TD like? It's a dedicated support tank destroyer. You can't go off and lead a charge or anything. You don't have the armour, you don't have the health pool. You can't take hits, you're not particularly agile, and you're not very fast. And you'll also notice you've got that damn great huge tumour on top, where there's a rearward facing machine gun. So, it also has a really narrow gun traverse, so it means that if people get close, then you have to keep turning the hull to bring the gun to bear. And so you may be thinking, alright, well that sounds pretty bad, but surely it's got a good gun selection. Well, yes and no. I mean, the guns aren't bad, but to be honest, they're nothing to get too excited about. They suffer from long aim times, rubbish accuracy. I mean, with the 105mm gun, the DPM is actually not bad on this, and with the supposed top gun, the long 90mm, the DPM, sorry, the penetration is through the roof, but neither of them particularly good. Anyway, I mean, this is not a groundbreaking game in this machine, but it's a game in the ARL that doesn't completely suck, so that seems worthy of putting up. And there you can see, I mean, the gun is not very accurate. The accuracy is something like 0.41 on this gun. It's got about 160, 165 penetration, you can just find out. It has 165 pen and 300 damage with its regular AP shells. Its premium shells, that I don't stock any of, get higher pen obviously, it also gets higher damage. And you've got HE shells. I mean, you've got plenty of ammunition with this thing. And when I played this game, I hadn't unlocked the top 90mm gun. I have now, but in all honesty, I'm not convinced it's actually the best gun for this tank. I think on balance, this 105mm gun is the best gun, and you get this gun on the Tier 5 machine. And I actually personally think it's probably the best gun on that machine as well. But there we go. So you can see this AT8 is moving ahead of us. I suppose he could be getting some spots off, but he's just getting pummeled. I mean, the AT8 has good armour, but it looks like someone's just firing high explosive at him. And this is a risky shot. That could have gone really badly wrong if I'd hit the back of the AT8, because this gun is not very accurate and I wouldn't advise taking shots like that. But as it is, it works out. We hit, we do damage, everyone's happy. Well, apart from the AT8, who is now dead. There's a guy over there on 1%. That Hellcat, we probably hit him earlier on. I take a shot without aiming because I'm an idiot. The reload on this gun isn't dreadful, but it's not brilliant. I mean, yeah. But 300 damage is quite nice. It's not as much as the SU-100, but it's not. So we're trying to find a shot on this German tank destroyer. It's Nashorn. That missed, by the way. The new German TD line's quite interesting. They're all massive glass cannons. You can't leave an assault with them. which is a bit of a shame because I quite like tank destroyers that you can get in people's face with, rather than just sitting at the back and sniping away. And that's one of the big problems with this machine. It is so limited. You just do not have the option to lead an assault. There we go. That was a very lucky shot. But we got it in. Nice bit of damage on him. I think, bear in mind, I think I was combined damage roll, so it wasn't all me. It was still nice. And boom. Or we track him. Ugh, yeah, it's one of those. Oh, it was a Churchill. Now the Churchill has good frontal armour, but there are weak spots. Not that you can aim really for weak spots with this gun, but I'm going to try. The mud guards, if you can hit them, have really thin armour over the tracks. And the tracks, the body of tank that the track goes around actually counts as a hitbox. Now the Churchill has 152 odd millimeters of frontal armour. We have 165 penetration, but he is at range, so penetration isn't guaranteed. But you know, don't be surprised if you go through the front of the Churchill 7. And this is the thing: Churchill 7 is well armoured, but it's got a lot of holes in its armour scheme. And when you come across many of the tank destroyers, suddenly your armour isn't looking quite so hot anymore. So we're still camping here. This is one of my main problems with this thing. It's so limited, you have to play it as a camping tank destroyer, and that can be really bloody boring, I'm sorry. But it can just be very, very dull sometimes. I'd much rather be in I mean, I don't actually own one, but I'd much rather be in a Hellcat or something like that. But, you know, them's the breaks. Do what you can. So we're finally moving up. I mean, we're 3 tanks up now. Hopefully we've got this game. They've just got a Hellcat, an SU-100, and a birch gun left. But a Hellcat is a very, very dangerous machine. SU-100, if he's got that 122mm gun, oh, that will hurt. It'll kill me in 2 shots. So we're still trying to be a little bit cautious here. And the SU-100 just blitzed someone ahead, so I let people know I think the SU-100's up ahead at like sort of B1, B2, somewhere around there. Now it turns out that I'm pretty much bang on the money. He is somewhere in that vicinity. There we go, 1 SU-100. And now you're going to see this gun. Boom. Bounced. The SU-100 is not renowned for its amazing armour, but I might have hit the gun mantle or something at a weird angle. Boom. That was just a miss. And this Hellcat's running rings around him. Which is great, because it's giving me shots. I just have to get them. Oh, and he kills the Hellcat. Ugh. We get a nice big hit on him. One more hit and this guy's toast. He disappears, but we take the shot anyway. Boom. There we go. Nice bit of blind fire there, just to take the guy out. So now it's someone else has killed the Hellcat, so it is just their artillery remaining. So let's go and hunt him down. And the reason why I've done a replay of this game, oh there we go, he's dead, is not because it's a particularly amazing game. It's not. But it is, you know, it was a reasonable game. I racked up about 2,000 damage, which for tier 6 isn't bad. So I thought I'd include it, and it's the thing, I really don't like this machine, so I'm happy in any game I get that doesn't completely suck, frankly. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you on another one.